654.
So you learn the track, you learn the bumps. There's a lot of, oddly enough, a lot of undulations in the track, even though they have diamond ground the surface down a bit to attempt to smoothen it out, and in a way gave it a lot more character than they initially planned.
Well, it's time for the race, so let's get to our starting grid. On the pole position with a lap time of 29.631 seconds, to no one's surprise, it's the 3 of Brian McCann. Keegan Sobilo will start to his outside. He missed it by 11/1000ths of a second. He'll be running in the 077 here tonight. Tiny little 0 in front of that 77, so keep an eye out for it. Row number 2, it's Steven Steffen and Andrew Payne. Row 3 belongs to Terrence Murphy and Austin Beers. In the 4th row, it's Chris Mackey and Cameron Brownlow. Row 5, Kyle Hardy and Casey Benz.
Does pole setter have choice of lane?
13th starter, TJ Majors. 14th is Devin Aker. 15th goes to Gavin Hinson. Carson Quapple will start 16th.
On the inside.
Jason Nilekis in the number 88 will start in the 17th spot. Steve Durbin in the 81 will start 18th.
Roger.
Tristan Combs 19th. Chuck Sweeting 20th. Josh Mears 21st. Mike Koch 22nd. Gavin Chahosky will start 23rd.
150 laps.
If someone that didn't make the race
in the field to start this one, it's 25th starting position
grid
for the 45. Brett Butler to his outside.
The next guy
Garrett
up.
Johnston 27th. Steve Hassett 28th. Don Merriman will roll off 29th. Stephen Luttrell deep in the field in 30th.
Guy
Gordon Spain 31st. 32nd will be James Kaufman. 33rd Timmy Schofield. Tyler Green 77. Will start 34th. Brian Wortman 35th. Tony Hirschman 36th.
Yeah, I mean like right now.
37th goes to Matt Ebert. 38th Matt Foreman. 39th Josh Funkhauser. 40th Kyle White. And Chris Wally 41st. Slate Bench 42nd. Caleb Hunt 43rd. And Anchor Player 44th. I don't believe all of these drivers will be taking the green here tonight. I think it's a limited field. Some drivers entered the session that didn't necessarily make it. That's a good thing. That means the fastest qualifiers will be on the speedway tonight.
Look, guys.
Race details in case you missed it. 150 laps will be the distance tonight. 70% load of fuel on board. No fast repairs. 4 sets of tires over the wall. 3 attempts at green light checkered. All ready to get things underway here from Charlotte.
That was interesting.
Got a pick low.
Yeah, that was scary.
I'm looking all the way back to that 3rd row. I'm going to go Austin Beers.
Austin Beers. I'm going to stick with the favorite here with 3 of Brian McCann. He's needed some luck, but he's fast here at Charlotte. That's my pick. Green flag in the air.
Oh, already stacking up on the start.
It's been that story in every league we've covered for the past week. We got away with it without a yellow flag, but yeah, definitely a big stack up coming to green.
I was asking what happened.
Big crash.
And now we got a caution.
Can you look at the...
Josh Funkhauser involved in this. TV panel tore off the back of that machine, and an early end potentially here for the 18.
It's a good thing they have the turf down there, the quad oval, because they went about 18 wide down to the grass.
Yeah, Funkhauser's tore up pretty good. That's dog tracking significantly down the backstretch. Mechanical black flag already waving for the 18. He's going to have to come down and try to get it fixed. It is early enough, Colt. He can spend some time down there, lose a bunch of laps, and then get back out and cross his fingers for a little bit of
Oh my God, what's happening? What's going on?
His chance at a solid finish tonight likely out the window.
Yes, the right front is pretty broke, but I also noticed a couple of puffs of smoke out the rear of the car, so hopefully he doesn't have any terminal engine damage.
Well, let's take a look at it. Our first yellow very quickly on the speedway. And this was right after the green flag. Watch the 8 on the track, 3 wide. Gets clipped by, I think it's Kyle White, 13. He's right up the racetrack in front of Matt Ormond in the 60.
Guys, swipe me.
Andrew Player might come in and give a little kiss to the back bumper. That's on 13. The biggest loser in this one would be Josh Funkhauser.
Under caution. Say that again.
Well.
Looks good though.
Let's jump in and thank a bunch of sponsors here. National Auto Racing Association, Sheriff for Kids, Messenger Shop, Coles County Speedway, Fast Laps Open Hearts, RS12 Motorsports, Nichols Auto Parts, Castrati Auto Sales, R&R Racewear, and of course, Total Energies Quartz Oil, primary sponsor of the IROC Challenge Series.
Yeah, going pretty fast. Copy, give me a minute. Wally, I also don't think Funk
Gotta shout out to Strati Auto Sales once again. Specializing in
Specializing
foreign and domestic vehicles, no dealer fees or document fees ever. Great cars at a great price.
Trying to exit, but the car was still driving, and I couldn't. I have no idea what happened there. It was a hardware problem on my side. I am extremely sorry. I did not mean to hit anybody.
Start. I'm curious to see what caused that map snap because it almost looked like
Throttle stuck.
some guys were trying to anticipate the start maybe.
That's a alt F4 thing. I think Kevin had that once. Or steering.
The throttle sticks?
No, he lost his steering.
Yeah, the 18 did not
weekend.
Can be up.
Watkins Glen or something.
It seems like
Yeah, it looks fine about me.
the accordion. It starts all the way up.
I just remember he said he
And it's stacked up both ways.
alt F4 that just kills the machine.
Really tightened up, and we can let off a little bit, kind of played a little gamesmanship there on the initial start with the 077.
I didn't let off.
Keegan Sobilo.
And
Since
I'm not
Chevrolets
entirely
are
sure
slow.
what the restart rules are here in
What's he
IROC.
driving?
Typically, I've seen that their initial start is on the flagman, and then after that, it's on the leader in the restart zone. So maybe McCann was anticipating the start to
Yeah,
a little sooner and didn't want to get caught jumping the start, so he lifted. And unfortunately, if you know, when we look back and saw the replay, every time someone hit the back of someone else, it got progressively worse until we had the end result that we did.
iRacing replays line again.
Waved off the restart. We're going to go another lap around. One driver had a black flag and did not catch it in time and has since been cleared. That's likely the reason for it. IROC running with a live admin here tonight. Flags dishing out penalties. It looks like we've got Matt Mormon available for comment. We're going to pull him up and see what he has to say. Matt, it's Colton Steve in the Track Limits Network booth. You with us?
Yeah, I'm here. All right, for the
Matt,
guys
see you jumped in there. You wanted to get a word in here. Let's talk about the opening lap here.
Talking to the live admin.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys saw what happened after the caution came out there.
Like there was some
I
kind of
just wanted to
hardware issue where
apologize
he
to
blinked
everyone
out
and say that
like,
I had a hardware issue on my side, and the throttle got stuck. I lost all control, and the car was just driving straight. I was trying to hold the brake pedal. It was in neutral. I had lost all control of the car. I did not mean to collide with those guys under caution there.
But
well, Matt, thanks for jumping up and conveying those apologies. Things happen sometimes out of your control, but it
And that sucks.
Are you done for the night, or are you going to be
Take out like 3 cars?
No, I'm done for the night for sure. Because like once I hit those guys, the car turned to the inside wall and blew up the engine. I'm not too upset by that because I caused a lot of damage to other people that I did not mean to and should not have. I was trying to avoid cars, but the steering wheel didn't work.
A lot of people in the pit.
Yeah, that was that's something that only happens in iRacing, right?
Get ready.
I hope that's not. Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Well, I really hope I didn't mess up anyone's night there.
The pace car's in.
Well, it is what it is. Again, thanks for jumping up and talking to us, Matt. Good luck next week, man.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for putting on a great show. Thanks. Sorry I ruined it.
Matt Mormon out of this one early with a hardware failure on his end. He says that's something you only see in iRacing. Well, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, maybe with computers and stuff like that, but the real world, steering box failures, hung throttles and things like that, it happens in real life, so I guess it's still akin to the simulation when you go back green.
Yeah, tough break for last season's All-Star winner, Lance and those of iRacing.
Yeah, with a good jump here, gets ahead of the 077, Keegan Tavilo.
Car in speed, ticketing just at the fastest lap. 32.253.
I checked up way too much.
41, just at the fastest lap. 30.307.
I would start tire saving and they run me down. They want to go.
W fastest lap of the session. car in P2, just set the bus to left. 29.
Now they don't want to go. What?
971.
They want to go that first lap. They don't want to.
Battle for the race lead shaping up here as Keegan's looking around for a way to get around the 3 of Brian McCann. It's all over the back bumper on turn number 4. He had a big enough run to do something with it. But
Hey, thank you. How you doing?
Meanwhile, McCann will drive away. Really puts a gap. Fast exit at turn number 2 for the 3.
That Keegan backed off. He knows we're going to burn tires up here.
Inside of Austin Beers for position.
I know it too.
To 6th.
I just don't want to give up the lead yet.
Away from the rest of the pack.
This Andrew guy's running me down.
Club.
He don't care about no tire.
Stacking up in the almost third pack of the score pattern.
That pink car behind me, he ain't gonna be doing that for long.
Braking on the front stretch. Braking on the front stretch.
God dang it, guys.
They're already trying to go 3 wide.
Braking on the front
Wow, missed that. That's crazy.
They're still piling in here. Holy
Eye
cow.
on
No
him.
one knows where the brakes are.
Again, aggressive in a good way. It sure gets exciting, but he's got company to the inside.
Sounds like I don't want to be back there.
Jay Majors.
Oh, is it right again?
Oh, here we go. Oh, big hit.
It's all on you, man. It's all on you. You make the call here.
Lock it down, boys.
That was a big wreck.
Big one here in the dogleg for our second caution of the night. Gold, did you get a better look at it? I was looking down.
All I saw was a green car.
If you already called the caution right there and that's claim it, let us know so admin can get that EOL.
Well, we know for sure Austin Beers has a green car. Let's take a look, see if we can catch this.
Catch the 01 car. Catch the
We'll back it up a little further. 68 was to the outside of Beers. There on the right rear of Beers, and Austin just keeps coming up from that perspective. At least that's how I'm seeing it.
I think Austin might have thought Buck was going to go a little bit closer to the wall. Potentially slid up into him. You see the 5 of Terrence Murphy. I'm sorry, I believe that's Carson Popple in the last season's paint scheme.
Why's Tony getting his
the quad oval with TJ Majors?
Why's Tony getting his lap back?
Oh, TJ
3 laps.
James, can you watch that?
Yeah, that infield section's a lot smoother than it used to be, but there's still some bumps to worry about.
Into me.
These guys are just scrambling, trying to get the car wore down. These things don't just stop on a dime, Steve. Adam Benefield locks up the front. Is he going to make it through?
That was James Kaufman. Let's watch it from his perspective.
Turn almost 4, coming out of 4.
He never even saw the 07 until he was landed in his lap.
Now. Outside.
Cameron Hageman in the chat, so is Zach. Your names, of course. Zach Billett, last year's IROC champion. Cameron Hageman, former broadcaster, now driver in the PSRA Truck Series. Just asking, is that Colt? Indeed it is.
Don't encourage him.
Robbie Adams in the chat says they don't stop on $1.
And you could see in that last replay in slow motion, Adam Beneville had his fronts locked up for probably the end of the turns 1 and 2 of the quad oval.
Yeah, we got it.
I'm sorry, of the short track, all the way till he nearly hits the 01.
Let's watch Steve through this. Big checkup early. Still moving pretty good. Days of Thunder style through the wreck.
Wow.
Wow.
Past the 7, past the.
I think Steve's hands are still shaking.
Probably.
I definitely got to work on my qualifying skills. I got to get out of this.
To go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Up with all the leaders, is he on the lead lap?
Slow car down low. I think that's the 7 of Cameron Brownlow.
Probably should hold the green. I don't think the lineup's right.
Steve, even though we have all those hard hits, it doesn't appear that there's that many cars with terminal damage. So, the field's still decently filled out right now.
Green.
Cameron Brownlow trying to get blended in.
Holy cow.
Might have to wave this one off. I don't know if Bristol's seeing this underway here, but 57 is not in position. Going green, pace car to pit road.
Green flag.
Why would we restart with a lap down car?
Out of a cannon once again. Andrew Payne now up to the second spot. Terrence Murphy, Steven Steffen goes to 5. Carson Quapple finds himself on the outside looking in P6, and he's going after Mackey now. Quapple
was the board in that last race for that lap, top 5.
Those that may have noticed, Quapple sporting a number 5 on the door of that race car. That's the paint scheme.
Yeah, when you mentioned it, I saw it was still showing him his lead lap from where I was at, but I'm in the back, so it probably was delayed on my end.
Now, just to make sure, and I don't like doing this mid-race, but we're going to re-download the paints just to make sure he didn't update it late, which is a possibility. So you'll see a lot of these cars turn gray.
You got one inside.
They'll come back.
Bricking on the front stretch. Still there. Bricking on the front stretch. Bricking on the front stretch. Stay high. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Bricking on the front
stretch. The field still Brian McCann in his backyard. This is his playground. One of the best opportunities for the 3 to pick up a victory here this season.
Hitting on left.
Top 3 nose to tail. McCann, Payne, and Murphy.
Murphy with a big run off before rolling on top. He'll stay up there.
Don't look now, though. The 91 and Payne gets to the bottom of the racetrack and there's trouble again.
Look at those steps real quick, bud.
Latrell in pit lane. I think this was more a Kyle Hardy incident. We're going to go back and find out. Oh, he gets in a buck.
Looks like he had to have had a steering failure.
Either well, or you're going to be able to catch up.
With that, we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back on the replay for it in a moment. Stay with us.
Stop.
Pit road is now open.
TJ, did I have any damage on my right side?
What was that, Kevin? You're asking about right front damage. I do not see anything.
I was asking TJ because he drove up beside me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. My bad. Hey, Matthew, is my nose okay?
I appreciate it.
Whoever that was that asked about damage, driver said it looked fine.
Two big hits.
Thanks, appreciate you.
That was Tyler Green.
See Timmy Schofield getting a little bit of that. Somebody shot the gap. I didn't see who it was. It was an orange car.
Copy.
The 17.
Wow, White in it again. Austin Beers trying to knife his way back through.
That's Andrew the trail. A ton of damage. He might be okay. Cameron Brown, though, is missing a quarter of his tires. And Steve, going back to when the pit lane opened, I couldn't really tell, but it looked to me like the three of Brian McCann. His left side caught that commitment box. I don't know how strict iRacing is
A
with
little on the
that.
left rear, but it's not terrible.
I don't know. There, Colt. We'll go to that in a minute. But there was a pretty good front end hit, and he nails that second pit box pretty hard. But yeah, you're right. Brian McCann narrowly missing that commitment box, but no black flag, so iRacing didn't catch it. But again, we do have a live admin as well. I don't know how much of the rules he is administering. I know some things, yes, but not all of them, potentially.
I just barely hit the cone.
Or maybe McCann just barely missed it.
Yeah.
It was very, very close. He is going to be thanking his lucky stars if he gets away with it.
Oh, it was called Pixel Perfect.
Probably taking a deep breath anyway because the 95 of Terrence Howard, they were hounding him just before that caution came out.
Trying to save tire up here.
McCann is no slouch. He's going to be a tough challenge for Brian McCann. I guess this, if anybody could replace the pace of Zach Millett, the 91 is likely going to be it, at least on some of these intermediates.
It's Carson behind me.
Working on a turn number 4. iRacing pace car lights are off. Getting ready to go back green here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Third restart of the afternoon. This car is in.
Green flag.
And Bobble with a really good start.
Nicole, that answers the paint scheme question. We reloaded the paints and it's still the 5, so we've got to work on that for next week because that's a points penalty this year.
Darker orange is purple, lighter orange is white.
Good point. Murphy's got the Total Energies Quartz Oil logo on the hood of his number 5.
They really want that lead. They don't care about tire.
Inside.
Payne going to bottom here. Koppel keeps it up to the top side of the racetrack. Payne doesn't have enough to get around. He'll settle back in behind. While McCann about a tenth of a second advantage over Koppel. It's just a few feet now as the 5 had a run down the backstretch.
Murphy dives to the inside of the 91, just out of the picture. Payne's on the left foot. Brian McCann a lot.
Inside. All clear, all clear.
He'll fire off really well on restarts, and he won't just take off and run away like we saw with Zach Mellon. He will just kind of manage the pace, and I think that's what he's doing right now. He's also one of the best at aerodrome in the series. He's just giving these guys enough hope.
Got one outside.
Still
there.
Koppel with another run. They go back to the bottom.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Peekaboo in the mirror, Brian McCann.
Still there. All clear, all clear. Deleted it on 30.618 inside.
Class does this. Bobble gets to the outside. He can't hang up there.
down on the high side. And Colt, to your point, the strategic mind of Brian McCann. If Waffle wants to come up here and lead laps, if he's just a tick faster, Brian's not going to burn up his stuff trying to keep him back there just so he can lead a bunch of laps. He's going to take care of his stuff. Eye on the prize, big picture racing. McCann is a master at that. So Waffle out in front, yeah, he's got some pace, but I think Brian is not showing all of his cards.
Yeah, Steve, that's something we saw him do a lot last season when he had a chance to run good, didn't get caught up in incidents that were not his fault. Murphy making a run in though for third.
Still there? Hold your line. Stay high.
A lot of guys working that second and third lane already. I'm kind of surprised to see them up there so early in the night.
Work it in now so you can use it later. Big progress for Adam Benefield, whether it's a matter of attrition or working his way through. He's up 13 spots to 12th. Zach Millett made the call last week that 45 is going to be his pick to win this title this year. Started off with a bang at Daytona, taking the first win.
All clear, all clear.
Unfortunately for Stephen Luttrell, his string of podium finishes will come to an end tonight. He was running second in points, courtesy of his second place finish last week, so he will take a tumble down the points.
Luttrell had a tough night last night in the 4-wide Motorsports Truck Series. He had a fast truck and got caught out in a crash and fell from deep in the fields. Those podiums went away last
Didn't mean to do that. I was really close on the apron.
For the 82.
All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
78
Don Cleek in the chat says McCann will make you burn tires while saving his.
Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
I believe it. There's nothing more frustrating as a driver thinking you're faster than someone, you pass them, and then on the same setup, you think you're running a similar driving style, and then 15 laps later, they come drive it back like it's a Sunday cruise, and you're sitting there with your tongue hanging out.
The leader did on 31.
Well, it's the 5 and 5 show here at the front of the field. Waffle is marked on the timing and scoring as the number 1. That is his number this season. He's got last season's paint scheme on. As Murphy makes a move to the inside, he wants to be that lead number 5. Doesn't have enough of a run, has to check up, loses a little bit of ground just to stay off the door of Waffle.
Really shallow entry there for Murphy. You saw the nose just take off on him, and he had to.
Or got a little wiggly on that backstretch.
Middle of the corner to keep him sliding up and come in the left rear of Waffle.
He might have scraped the ball there in just a moment. And Majors gets into the side of somebody. I think it was the 077. Nope, that's the 39. Gavin hits it. DJ slipping and sliding up the racetrack into the path of Vincent.
Really played clear.
Sorry, Steve, when you cut you off. Benefield was sideways out of whoever was to the outside of him. I think it was the 33 car of Spain. He was in a four-wheel drift just to get up underneath the 33 as CJ Majors in the 97 finished. Just have this whole line stacked up.
There's Keegan again. So he was on the right strategy. These guys in front of me just killed their tire.
Again, they both straighten it back out.
Still there? Hold the line.
That could have been big.
They both get away with it.
Stay high.
This time. Benefield now working on Chris Wally in the 51. Waffle continues to lead Murphy, backing out of third. McCann fourth. Sabio is fifth. If anybody knows if I'm saying Sabio's name right, that's the 077 and P5. Let us know in the chat. I don't have a pronunciation in that one yet.
Stay low.
Benefield pounding Chris Wally. Trying to make up spots after he lost all that ground.
Clear high.
He could also be trying to run away, though. It looked like they might not have.
So off the start of that race,
especially
Keegan checked up, fell way back. Now he's marching to the front again. He's going to get it, too. That's how you do it. Some other guys were running way too hard. Me included, just to try to stay in front of them.
You're back and forth.
So Keegan's got better tires than I do, probably. Hopefully I can just stay with him. I won't be able to pass him.
Just doesn't want to turn with him having cranked a little bit of wheel into his side drafting really hard. Have to take that shallow entry. He's going to pinch off the center of the corner.
Bit of clear sailing now for the 45 as it crosses the stripe.
The leader just did a 31.85.
How much fuel you got left, Brian?
Was getting side drafted, Cole. How
10
does
laps.
that make you feel? All of a sudden, this guy rolls up on you, slows down your pace considerably, and then drives away. Is it just like a, well, what do I do about that moment? Or, I don't know, what do you do?
Say bad words. That's about all you can do. Best you can hope for is to carry your corner and hope that you can grab the right rear or left rear, whatever side of the track you're on, and hope to side draft them back. But I again don't have as much experience in this B car. I know in the trucks, especially in open setups, we typically build these things really loose, and so oftentimes if you're not real thrilled with someone, you can follow them into the corner really close, and it just takes all the air off that spoiler, and it's like driving a Formula One car with no rear wing. It just has no rear grip whatsoever. So don't know if that's as effective here in this car, but these guys running a fixed setup to it, they tend to be a little bit on the tighter side.
Andrew Payne back to the 11th position. He may lose that here in a moment for Chuck Sweeting. He was very fast early on. Haven't seen a whole lot of some of these drivers, as some are new to the IROC Challenge Series. Is this just a tire-saving strategy for the 91 Colt, or is he just not getting the lap times that he's looking for?
Well, Steve, it looks to me like he is out of control. He was in a full drift there going into one, and not in the... He was drifting to the right going into a left-hand corner, so I would imagine his handling is not doing very well. I haven't had a chance to monitor his lap times, but definitely struggling with 91.
Turn right to go left. To coin the doc himself. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, it's Carson Quapple, still a half second out in front from Terrence Murphy. Keegan Sabio in the third spot. Half a car length off the back bumper of the 5. Keegan's really backing up his entry. The 5, not so much. He's driving it well further into the corner than the 077. That's why Keegan's able to pull back on up on corner exit. The 5 with a little momentum down into turn 1. He's also working the high side of the racetrack. Wayne Cannon in the chat. What's up, guys? What's up, Wayne?
I was going to point out, Steve, that's something that we take for granted in real life, but oddly enough, you don't see it very often in iRacing, where you kind of have to carry that momentum on the top side. The top just, it's different than what we see in real life. Yeah, it's got the air pocket up there now. Yeah, you can kind of lean on that. But it just drives completely different, whereas in real life places like Charlotte, Chicago, places you run the top, you lift earlier and you pick up the throttle earlier. In iRacing, you kind of have to drive it in deeper. Whereas when you're running the bottom, you typically drive the car in deeper and have to lift more. So it's nice to see these guys actually use more realistic driver inputs, I guess you could say, and it working out.
Battle for second here as Keegan trying to get clear of the 5 of Terrence Murphy. Looks like he's got it done. Keegan will have a run. Back bumper, but no. Murphy, well, he'll swap to the inside here. Give it another go in turn 3.
Definitely not one to give up positions easily. He has been battling really hard all night long.
The leader is pitting now. You're in third place.
Keegan's turned up the wick just a bit. He's starting to run down Quapple. It was over half a second. Now it's less than 3/10. Last lap for Keegan.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Quapple at 32.23.
Fine.
See Quapple take a huge chunk of the blue line as he's going to come into the pits.
Inside.
TJ Major's going to come down with him.
There, hold your line. Pit box team.
We talked about it. 40 to 45 laps was the
Pitting this time.
green flag pit stop.
Pitting.
So it seems like they might be burning a little bit more fuel than initially planned.
33 pitting.
4 tires and fuel for Carson Quapple. TJ Majors getting his pit service completed. It's going to be the same call on the number 6 Ford Mustang. He's down and away. 14.97 to stop.
All right, that's it. Go.
And here comes the rest.
The leader.
91.
Terrence Murphy, Devin Hinson, Slade Bennett. Green flag pit stops underway here at Charlotte.
Brian McCann was able to get up next to the 5. Going down pit road, must have had either a really good pit entry or Murphy could have slipped up, locked the brakes up, getting into the pits. Really tricky pit entrance here.
Got one outside.
A lot of time to be made or lost here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, getting into and out of pit road.
Go high. Go there. Hold your line.
Came out in a hornet's nest.
Murphy, drag races the green. Right side's just barely below that white line. It launches up a little. Got to be careful.
You got one inside.
Hit the right side, the side guys to lean up against it. Kind of use that blue paint as an advantage to make it look almost sliding up.
You got one out.
Sorry, Carson, I did not see you coming in time. I can do the bottom here.
The other side of that, Steve, is a lot of it. It's on the track at full speed are often using their left side tires to do that exact same thing.
Real
Oh my goodness.
He's getting around the 12 machine. I don't think he could have fit a piece of paper between those 2 cars. It was awful close.
What happened to Keegan there?
A big wiggle from Brian McCann. He slammed on the brakes to avoid what he thought was going to be a big wreck. TJ able to get past Murphy though. 77's gonna.
He missed the pit
Is he
lane.
saving tires that much?
He tried.
Benefield on pit road.
You got one outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
Benefield,
Got one
fuel
outside.
only on the 45. It looks. Still sitting in the pit box. 14-15.
All clear. All clear.
Now it's going to change right side tires. He might not have been deep enough in the box.
You got one outside.
That is a speeding on entry penalty.
Still there. All clear. All
And
clear.
maybe some connection issues along with it. There's still no black flag though.
51
Now 28.02. It's not speeding on entry. I think he didn't get all the way into his pit box. Didn't catch it quick enough. Had to inch forward, and all of a sudden it started to hit the car.
Outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
Go ahead.
The closing distances or the closing rates are just insane right now. We're running lap times that are as much as 2 or 3 seconds apart between old tires and fresh tires. So these guys, I mean, remember the spring race, the NASCAR spring race a couple of years ago where you had guys treading their tires and just nearly running each other over. That's kind of what we've been watching this whole pit cycle.
Jason Niles is out in front as the race leader in the number 88 Toyota. David Warmuth in the chat says, I wonder if Majors uses himself as a spotter.
Oh, nice.
Millett would say absolutely.
As it stands right now, Carson Quapple has got a huge lead over what appears to be TJ Majors as Murphy. No, and Murphy gets back around Majors.
Clear low. Clear low.
Jason Al just running really long into this run. He was sitting, I believe, about 7th or 8th before the cycle started.
Well, there's some drivers that took an opportunity on some of those cautions to pit. Niall just came down last at lap 19. Same story for Mears in third. Looks like Gavin Chakosky also the same story. Tristan Combs, Steve Durbin, Wertman and Buck, all lap 19. The others peppered in there, Chuck Sweeting, Josh Mears, Mike Koch, Evan Vecchia. They were lap 12. So got a little bit more fuel on board for those guys that are still out there running a little off sequence. And if it runs green, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, Colt, because they're going to come back out with a lot better pace, and there's not as many of them with that same pace. So they can kind of catch up, make up some ground pretty quickly.
Yeah, Steve, I agree.
27 trying to pit, 27 trying to pit. Go by quickly, please.
If you follow the leader, you're going to follow the leader, but you can just see
Thank you.
from center off how much slower these older tires are. It almost looks like, I thought a couple times now just was coming into the pits just because of how much he slowed up at the center of the corner.
Yeah, it got me too. I even switched cameras.
In turn just really kills your straightaway speed. These guys are just gapping in every set of corners.
The thing that Niall just needs to be careful of, he's getting ready to pit here, is not opening up the bottom of the racetrack, getting into turn number 3. Wants to keep it low so we can get down into pit lane, and all of a sudden the faster car with fresher tires is to the bottom. You may have to go around an extra lap.
Still there?
He wouldn't be the first person in this pit cycle we've seen miss the pits.
Stay with this for a minute here and see when Niall just makes his trip down pit road. We are a little bit late for a break, so we'll get that out of the way as soon as we wrap up all these green flag stops or the caution comes out.
Yeah, Steve, I was about to do fuel calculations, but I'm having a hard time not watching the 88 to make sure he doesn't get run over.
Niall just does have a car to the inside, so he's planning on pit now. He's got to check up. Throw another lap. 08 gets clear. We make the hard left. Rolls it down in behind, but he stays out on the racetrack yet again. Niall just put under the green flag here for 39 laps. First pit stop was lap 19, or yeah, his last pit stop.
Got one inside.
McCann went 46 laps, but again, that was with a couple of cautions mixed in.
Not only that, but he's also trying to stay on cycle with the other leaders. So even if he still had a little bit in the tank, he wanted to not get too far behind the need to come down on cycle.
All clear,
Dave
all
Warwick
clear.
back in the chat asking about tire sets. They have 4 sets over the wall, so 5 in total. Benefield.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Thought he was
One
going
minute.
to put fuel only in that, which is kind
That
of
was pretty hard hit.
with the lap differential from new to old tires, and he realized it was ended up being a mistake out of 45. I don't know if he had a connection issue that caused it, or if he just wasn't deep enough in the pit box. But we're still not quite halfway. Race not over for 45 as of yet. Josh Mears will come into pit lane, followed by Steve Durbin.
88
Push as far as they possibly could.
You're back and forth. Go high.
Durbin overshoots the box. Now just stays out again.
The leader is hitting
15 pitting.
There's no, I mean, Colt, you were talking about your fuel calculator here. There's no way he can two-stop this race.
He's just thinking that. I think he might be able to, and that's, I think, what he's going for.
Might need some help with the yellow flags later, but here he comes into pit lane. Niall gets off turn 4 to make his pit stop. 2 more stop, not 2 in total, because he's already been down there once. This would be his second.
Hilarious that Ghost Car's going to hit the pits, because that was a jump scare and a half.
Not supposed to point it out. 4 tires and fuel for Jason Nilges.
All right.
Drop the jack, 15:30. A little bit of a slow stop for the 88. We'll head back out into the fight as Carson Quapple cycles back to the race lead. Terrence Murphy in second, 1.2 second advantage. Quapple's in some traffic here. They're a bit faster here with some newer tires.
All clear, all clear.
With that, we're going to step out here, get a quick break out of the way. We'll be back after this.
Clear high, clear high. You're in second. Braking on the front stretch.
Terrence, what are you doing?
Port DD Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Ports by Total Energies, 70 years of innovation for all types of engines.
And it just slammed on the brake.
This headset disconnected.
Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway, 65 laps on the board.
I was wondering.
I think it's Castrati Auto Sales.
Go high.
225. Once again, Castrati Auto Sales, specializing in foreign and domestic vehicles, no dealer fees or document fees ever. Great cars and great prices. Castrati Auto Sales.
We were chatting off air, and my calculator just reached out and slapped me. I had calculated wrong. Jason Nilges is making the bet of a lifetime, praying that this race goes green. Because of him able to stretch the fuel the way he has, he can make it on 2 more pit stops down pit road 2 more times. Everyone else must make 3.
Thanks, it's all tires. You'll probably pass me here in a bit.
Well, it can definitely pay off. It's just going to need the benefit of the green flag run all the way to the end. And don't forget, we have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. It comes down to it.
Look here. This corner. Take that.
You would have enough fuel to make 1 of those.
So he's even got a little bit of insurance built up. Now just running back in the 19th position.
I got no straight line speed, so don't wait around for me.
Along the way he did, and hitting early with those cautions so far, seemingly a benefit for the driver of the 88. Meanwhile, Quapple out in front has extended the lead to 1.7 seconds. Brian McCann has cycled up now to the 2nd position. Majors in 3rd, Mackey 4th, Keegan Spio in 5th, Evan Hinson 6th, Andrew Payne, Stephen Steffen is 8th, Slade Benish 9th, Timmy Schofield up into the top 10.
Sorry, Tim.
Inside. Stay high. All clear, all clear.
Feel pretty well strung out after this pit cycle. Again, there was a handful of drivers. There's really 3 groups of, I guess you could call them hitters. Bigger pack, they came down first, then those that pit at lap 12, and then those that pit at lap 19. Kind of 3 different groups to come down, take their fuel, take their tires.
Ryan, how's your tires doing?
Like that 19
Like it's on
lap.
rails.
It's got the fuel advantage right
I might be lying.
Is it tight? You get tight or?
Different numbers to see.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it off where it don't slide the front.
Make it to where this one's gonna be a good.
I'm slowly running Quapple down.
I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like fuel mileage races. I don't know about you, but I love them. I don't know why. I just really enjoy it because, especially in iRacing, especially if you don't have somebody up on the box or a live spotter doing those calculations for you. Yes, there's overlays that can help you with that sort of thing, but you still got to break it down based on how many laps are left to say, all right, can I really make this on 2 more stops? As the 97 takes a shot at Timmy Schofield.
Quapple got in the wall out of 4.
Cole, was that a shot or was that a late block and he didn't see it?
I saw that car swing to the left, so that looked to me like a late block. Maybe he didn't realize it was as bad of a block as it was.
Oh, that line, that painted line is beautiful. I finally got it that time.
That's on me. Good day.
It's hard to get down there and get that line.
Close call here on the backstretch, a lap to go. Almost caught ourselves another caution, which would have erased a lot of this strategy we've been talking about. Schofield, though, doesn't by the 21 there, going to try and drive up to Benish and express his displeasure. Didn't get there this time, but maybe it's just a matter of time.
If Benish did take a swipe at him, he's got to be thinking, run away, run away, run away. Midfield still can't clear a car that's next to you. I can't see the number on it.
21, Steven Steffen.
Definitely Slade Benish's best friend right now.
He got him.
It's clear.
Wait.
Schofield just drives it way to the bottom.
See ya.
Benish, I think Benish might have realized that wasn't a very smart move he made a couple laps ago and lets the 12 by. Kind of as a, hey, my bad. Or please don't kill me.
Ford versus Toyota there. The Ford wins that short battle. Well, out front, two Chevrolets pacing the field, and it's Quapple out by now a second. It's Brian McCann closing in. Now, McCann's only got 1 lap newer tires.
Is that you, Garrett?
A tenth of a second a lap quicker than the Fox.
Yeah, I got major damage still from the first big wreck.
All right, man. Halfway this time by.
How many laps you got left, Brian?
11. My ignorance, math was never my strong suit, but Jason, I'll just...
I'm only asking because I'm definitely getting super tight. I got 16 laps left.
For anyone else who might be doing the calculations at home and wondering what sort of numbers I'm using, I was wrong.
Speaking of Nilgis, he's up 6 spots from the last time we talked. He's in 13th now. So not only does he have the pit stop advantage if we go green, he's got some pace right now.
He's getting these wrecking notifications, but nothing's happening.
Flying through the field.
That really could, and that's another reason I like those fuel mileage races, Colt, because it also changes the dynamic with the tires. So he may be out there because he only made 1 less pit stop, maybe way out in front, but as the laps wind down, do those guys behind him with the current rubber have time to run him down? It's almost like the greyhound dog chasing the rabbit.
Yeah, Steve, my view on fuel mileage races, I personally love it. As a strategist, as someone who likes to play strategy as often as I can because I'm not a very good race car driver.
About there, 97.
This is
I think you're going to check up
my kind of race. I love to try to work a strategy. Move your way up one way or another. Jason now just knows he can't beat these guys outright. So why not, play a little bit of pit strategy games and work your way up to the front? I mean, he's going to have a chance to go from he was running 7th, potentially finishing 10th or 11th, depending on how much rubber gets laid down, how tight these cars get, to possibly winning a race. So, nothing wrong with it at all. I love these fuel mileage races. Yeah, sure, you don't get the action of green, white checkers and 15 cars flipping down the back straightaways. Everybody's scrambling for positions, but this is purist racing for me.
Speaking of purist racing, Brian McCann has run down.
Hey, Jim, I'm not sure.
Just over 0.2 of a second. We'll call it 3 car lengths into turn 3. Drives it deep into 3 and 4. Now it's a car length. Quapple up 1 lane. McCann on the bottom. Washes up the racetrack and Quapple in the fence.
Scrapes the right rear, able to hang on to it. Brian McCann ducking to the inside. Smells blood in the water.
You are the leader.
McCann will take the race lead. Will we see a battle back from Carson Quapple? Not yet. So Brian McCann back to P1 after a rare mistake out of Quapple. We are just about 5 laps past the halfway point of tonight's race. We're going to step aside, get our brake out of the way, get a word from Total Energies Quartz engine oil, and then our side-by-side brake. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You have about 5 laps.
Port PV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by Total Energies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
Braking on the front stretch. You're pulling away from the common.
Reckoning one up by the wall.
All right,
Coming
man,
on track.
caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the 08 car.
Oh, dang.
Well, that works out because I was about to pit.
Decided to send it 3 wide in the trioval.
Yeah,
Did not fit.
53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments.
You did nothing wrong, man. Running the race.
Drop line facilities.
Hey, Scarn 2.
Time deliveries to all auto manufacturers. Facilities in St. Louis,
I was hoping it'd go green. I was liking everything being
Hey,
spread out.
Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC,
Yeah, I was
sponsor of the IROC
way
series.
too close to that.
Stephens
But
UMP
I was enjoying the run because my car's damaged enough. I don't think it would have done anything better than what I'm doing.
It's like I could have that if I would have shut the door when I threw it in there, but I'm not going to do that this early in the race. That'd probably got tight.
Pit road is now open.
I was enjoying that too. 4-second lead on them other guys behind me that burned the tires up. I was looking. If it went green, as long as I didn't make no mistakes.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
I'm right back to where I started on damage now.
65.82.
All right, that's it. Go. Line up single file. Catch the 08 car.
Need insurance coverage that's built for speed? Frank Yea's office in South Charleston has your back. Whether you're blazing down the highway, protecting the home you've built, or setting up a legacy for your family, we've got the coverage you need. Auto, home, life, fast, simple, and made for you. Scan the QR code on your screen now to explore all our services and start a free quote today. Lock it in, save it for later. Call us at 304-744-7700 to get started.
Take the outside.
Brian.
Hey.
Say this thing goes green and we pit 40 laps or so laps. Right side tires.
If your lefts are old, it'll be real loose.
I mean, I got 90% on my left sides after that run.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
You do, but
Charlotte Motor Speedway,
it'll be loose.
Saw it the side by side. The caution has come out again for the 4th time tonight.
I tested it at 15 laps and it felt pretty good, but you could tell it was starting to get loose. So I don't know how many that, like 30, 40 laps were doing.
Back on pit road. Again, you saw it the side by side. He was kind of the meat in the sandwich. Got a little bit loose getting out of the dog leg. The 09 was also coming up, and the 15 was to the right door of Niles.
I wouldn't personally
all
try
came together there in turn 1.
And I'm a perfect decision maker. Right.
Yeah. Well, you tested it. I didn't, so I don't.
That was a joke.
I'll go off your word.
if you do it, don't take a lot of fuel.
Pass me, pass.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Well,
He's talking about like
30 laps worth.
30, 40 laps. That'd be too much.
So have a lot of fuel.
That's below.
15 was
a little over
over.
half a tank.
Telling me you're at the clear
Mileage
black.
is back on the
Jason is telling me
Try and get a
to be in
close
front
look
of me.
here. A little bit of right
I
front
know.
damage.
Yeah, just give me a yellow, please, somebody.
The car doesn't look terrible. I think he's just trying to feel it out right now.
Yeah, right front sprinkled in just a little bit.
All right, man.
And he might be going back down to pit lane.
Yeah, that he's weaving back and forth to see how bad the toe is.
Green flag, green flag.
That left front's pointed pretty far to the right.
I need a black cleared, please.
We'll let it go. We're going to restart lap 87.
Reckon in two, reckon in two.
Two. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Braking on the back stretch. Line up single file. Your road is closed. Get to the green flag.
You and I have the same clock, Tim.
You're never gonna have another green flag run like that.
That was just all me. That was all me losing it. Sorry, folks.
Timmy Schofield.
12 around, hard impact for him and Slade Benish. Off turn number 2, caution's out again.
Get yourself in a drink. Take a deep breath.
A lot of guys were loose. They're 1 and 2 there.
Yeah,
See, if I didn't know any better, I'd say there was oil laid down.
Little loose in 1, 2. Who put oil
It's a
down?
feature I wish they could add. Speaking of features I'd like to add.
Here we go.
Scuffed tires. iRacing, help us out.
Help
Can
that
we
I had
scuff
my
some tires,
rear end
please?
damage, and
It is a simulation.
that was the first time around the outside line.
All right, well, let's take a look at it. You saw most of it live there. What happened here to Benish and Schofield? This was out of turn number 2 after the restart. Timmy's up the
50 laps to go.
loose on his own. Nowhere to go for the 97. He just gets clipped in the right rear.
Ryan's gonna get the blue shell.
Rest is history.
What sucks is they're faster on the short run, and I don't know how to do that. Like, maintain tires. Carson could be fast and still have decent tires at the end, but
Yeah, it's like the rear started to take off on Schofield, and
it's only short runs. I'm at a disadvantage.
And then it just weight shifted too much that he continued to spin down the track. There was somebody else that was loose too. I missed who it was.
Let the 09 car by. He had the position when the yellow flag came out.
More takers on pit.
Well, that's it for me.
Likely going to be.
Dang, I was promising.
Stop for the 6.
Well, I gotta get packed up for a trip tomorrow, so you guys have a...
The more laps we run under yellow, the less
Hey, man, have a good one.
it matter.
See
Everybody's
ya.
kind of getting caught up, back on equal footing. If everybody's on the same strategy, it's not really a strategy anymore. Long fuel stop for Majors. Maybe a little bit of damage repair. The car looked pretty clean coming to pit road, but get it as straight as possible and get it back out.
Imagine Majors and all these guys are going to be saving quite a bit of fuel, but currently they're going to be about 15 to 16 laps short.
Right,
so
man,
we're
going
getting
green
into
next
that
time by.
2-tire
All right, man,
window.
line up on the inside row.
Well, you know the phrase. We had 2 right in a row here. How many laps of caution do we need to make that up?
man, if we can
Steve, on average,
go green at like 110,
maybe 2 to 3 laps if you're really
fresh
good at
tank
fuel saving or caution.
I think I got it. The strategy is what's going to win this race from this point, probably.
Just rolling for as long as you possibly can.
So 15's a lot to save.
Carson, I know he's faster than me on the short run.
Unless this just turns into an absolute wreck fest, which I hope it doesn't. I think.
Can I get another EOL, please?
Maybe a little bit jumpy. This is the first time these cars have been this bunched up since.
Payne was quick too.
The beginning of the race, and so that really affects the air on these B cars, and maybe guys are a little jumpy trying to make up spots, and unfortunately, it just the 12 stepped out from underneath Schofield.
Get ready.
You guys behind me, I still got damage, so I will probably just go high for you.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
Fifth caution of the night about to complete itself. Fifth restart. Front row will be Carson Quapple, Brian McCann. Quapple choosing the bottom lane on the restart. This car is in.
Ready, green, green, green.
Carson enters the turn hard.
Well, did we have the lineup a little bit wrong there? Did McCann have the control? Because he was way out in front, no black flag for the 3, so he might have been the control car.
I was just trying to figure that out, and I was making sure I didn't space out and just not listen for a second. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
So far, so good. McCann out in front, 2 car lengths the advantage over Carson Quapple. The 91, Andrew Payne back in the mix. He was pretty deep in the field early.
I'm trying to save, but keep him behind me at the same time.
Fighting things out, saving the race car. He's back up, fighting in the top 3. McMackey behind him, though, really loose mid-corner. I don't think there was contact with Hinson, but Hinson now to the outside of
I'm going to push it out of 2 and 4 so we don't get a run on me here.
Very nearly a spin for the 9 of Mackey. He's able to fight back on the bottom, though. Not quite giving up on this position with Gavin Hinson. And see, real quick, going back on full strategy. At the restart, basically from 12th to 25, which is the last car on the lead.
He's not scaring me, but he'll get a run on me here in a second.
Fuel, or more fuels coming.
That's how he passed me last time.
The top 12, so fuel kind of split in half right now.
Right now, I can go a little faster.
Steven Steffen and Keegan Savio battling pretty hard there. Steffen finally checks up a bit. Settles in behind the 077. Now Adam Benefield.
I just can't let him get a run. See, he hit the wall. Yeah, he hit the wall there. He's trying to get a run too.
Drivers in that category, 4 laps to the good fuel.
So I'm saving my entry a little bit, getting a run exit.
Yeah, even though the strategy we were originally talking about is out the window, there's still 2 separate races.
Hinson and Mackey still battling it out for position. 9 got awful loose a few laps ago, battling with the 39. The battle continues, but Mackey will settle back in behind.
So that means he's out back there wearing his tires out, which is good.
Andrew Payne right there to the back bumper of the 1/5.
Steve, you can just see how difficult it is to pass someone on the bottom this late into the run. As much rubber is being laid down, as aero dependent as these B cars tend to be. We saw Mackey get tied up underneath Gavin Hinson. The next set of corners jump to the outside. Payne kind of running into a similar issue. Waffle runs the middle of the track. Not quite aero blocking, but just kind of trying to hold his line, not give the 91 a chance to get up next to him.
Man, he dove it into 3.
Still running 4th. Chris Mackey not on the trail. Adam Benefield knocking on the door of the top 5. And
I can start saving here a little bit.
Inside the top 10, running into 7th spot. He is up 34 positions. Started 41st tonight.
might have just been following Adam Benefield around all night long. The other's right there next to him.
It's not a bad strategy if you can keep up with him.
Oh, TJ slaps the wall out of 2.
Sorry.
Hasn't been the best night for Majors. He's had decent every incident. He's either dodging a wreck or gets a little bit of damage from it. Probably a little bit frustrated.
IROC series gets more and more
save now.
year after year. We're starting to see that. It's the 3rd season for TJ Majors here in IROC. Season
Jim,
1.
you had the same idea.
Here every single night. Last year, pretty damn competitive.
Still got a pit though.
Wow. Still competitive here, but the task is getting taller, certainly for the driver, that number 6.
Steve, I'd imagine he's feeling a little bit of pressure too, because short of Zach Millett not being in the series, Mike won the championship last season, and now that Zach's not here, he probably feels like he should be leading the points. He should be running, in the top 2 or 3 all the time, and just tonight kind of been one of those nights that knocks you down a peg, unfortunately. And we talk about the season doesn't really start until after Daytona. Well, for TJ's season might be starting after Charlotte.
Well, we still have about a third of the race to run. So as we've always said, don't take the hats to victory lane until the checkered flag waves. The same is true as don't call your race over before it's truly over. The 21 of Stephens gets into Mackey.
The race almost truly.
Dang it, Carson.
Majors is back there far enough. I just venture a guess here. He sees how hard these guys are racing. I think he's given himself a little bit of a buffer between the next one.
He's dodged enough of them tonight.
Chris Wally falling off the pace just a little bit as Mears gets to the inside.
I'm pitting right here, Jason.
Mears can complete the pass and get him back to the 10th position. Meanwhile, Quapple, pressure from Gavin Hinson as he has fallen back to this pack. McCann and Quapple, or I'm sorry, McCann checking out now. 1 second the advantage for the 3 machine.
Hinson's had really good pace the last couple laps. We saw him get past Payne in the 91.
He's using that
really
pace
at the top. Just throttled up in the center of the corner.
And don't let this surprise anybody. Hinson has had a lot of good pace over the last couple of seasons in the IROC series. To see him challenging Carson Quapple for second race of the season, certainly not a surprise, at least for me.
Hope that banked that time. I love that.
It just seems like with Hinson, it's bad luck that follows him around. He's got the pace, but either a bad strategy call or getting caught up in something that's not his fault, or occasionally a mistake, and just hasn't quite got to put it together.
Man, Gavin's running pretty fast here.
Hopefully he continues the pace up, though.
Keegan's coming on up, too. Keegan, I bet, saved right off the start.
Hinson took over the 2nd spot. Keegan Sabio in 3rd, but he's working on Hinson. 4th now, Carson Quapple. And Adam Benefield now back into the top 5 as he got clear of Chris Mackey.
Gets to string out almost single file. TJ and Mears staying side by side at the tail end of the pack.
Oh, Andrew up in the fence. Andrew Payne scrapes the wall, middle of turns 1 and 2. Contact with Majors and Mears.
Steve, that looked like some vented frustrations for the 36. I had seen probably 10 or 15 laps ago, it looked like TJ was right on the rear bumper of Josh Mears.
I missed that turn.
You hit the wall right there?
Might have gotten loose. I don't know if he pushed him into the corner or just got arrow loose. And
it was close.
36 might not be too thrilled about it.
Paco 96.
Papa going back to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take the spot from Keegan. Keegan will battle back around the outside. Still a lot of fast race cars up here in this top 5, top 10 running order, Colt. Nobody quite as fast as McCann right now. Again, to no one's surprise, McCann put it on pole here tonight. Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of his best racetracks. He'll tell you the same. 40 laps to go at the line.
There we go. That's how you do it.
About half a tenth quicker than McCann that last lap, but that's not a ton. He's gained just little bits here and there. Tires back down after fighting his way through the top 5 up to the second position.
Meanwhile, in the chat, Robbie Adams says, does the broadcast know?
I can do that on turn 4 every time.
Casey, you know how I've never even thought to ask that question. I don't understand why I haven't asked that question, but I don't know.
Perfect. I believe it's a different spelling.
Gavin's still there, though.
Mears is on pit lane. So, could we call this a bit of an undercut for Mears? Come down now, knowing you can make it to the end from here?
Yeah, that's... I would agree. Definitely going to be a 4-tire stop filling it up.
Down and away, 14:48, a very quick pit stop for the 36. First one to do it. Colt, if it was a road course, I'd say that's the perfect strategy. Be the first driver to pit last.
Yeah, definitely. It's, what's the old saying on ovals? You want to be the last person on fresh tires, and road courses, you want to be the first person on fresh tires.
Still a battle here for second, third, and fourth. Hinson, Seville, and Quapple. Chris Mackey back up into fifth. He got back around the 45 of Adam Benefield. Evo King says, yep, Casey doesn't have an E in his, well, he's got one E. Back to the race. Battle for second, this 077, and Keegan goes down to the bottom of the racetrack on Gavin Hinson. They'll run side by side out of turn 2, washing up the racetrack. He'll have to lift.
Very nice, Hinson able to carry that momentum up on the top. We've seen the top be the dominant line for pretty much most of the race.
Early on, Carson Quapple able to make the pass on Brian McCann. Taking it to the outside, just drove around the 3. Evo King in the chat. I thought about that every time they say his name, though. I've been calling Josh Mears, Casey Mears in this broadcast for, I think, 4 seasons.
Ireland.
I just can't get it out of my brain. Settling in here to a long run before we get to more green flag stops. We're going to step out and get another word from Total Energy's Quartz Engine.
What's your preference, Brian?
I'll go low.
Okay.
Quartz EV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by Total Energies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
Back at the Castrati Auto Sales 225. In the final stretch run here as green flag stops about to get underway for those making their final stops of the day. Big thanks to Castrati for jumping on to sponsor tonight's race. Specializing in foreign and domestic vehicles, no dealer fees or document fees ever. Great cars at a great price. And while we were away, Keegan was able to take the second spot from Gavin Hinson, and now Hinson's got to contend with Carson Quapple knocking on the back.
Quapple's pit, Ryan.
Colt, if you're the 39, you know you've got pace, but do you take this opportunity to say, you know,
I'll be putting this lap then.
in the top 5, but I'm starting to lose a little bit of ground. Should I undercut these guys?
I'll be pitting with you. I can't afford to lose time.
It would depend on what his mindset is. I mean, for a race win, yeah, for sure. If he's racing for points, though, I think
I'm going to skip this lap.
You know, he's running in third, possibly top 5 car tonight.
That's fine. Quapple's going to do it.
Woo.
There's Wally on pit road.
Had to turn right a little bit.
So about 30 laps to go. Carson Quapple to make his final stop of the night. You see Jason Nile is still parked in pit lane, so that damaged a little more terminal than we thought.
Has taken the
Pitting this lap, 21 pitting.
Right here.
William Tyndall in the chat says, McCann going for his first win in 2 seasons. Did McCann not win a race last season?
I believe he did, Steve.
I thought he did, but now he's on pit road as the race leader, and somebody's almost in the wall. A very scary moment for the 39. Straightened back out. He'll lose a little bit of time, but not too much.
The problem coming down pit road, I figured that was probably going to kickstart a full-blown pit cycle.
Paired pit boxes with the size of the field here tonight. Andrew Blair and Ryan McCann in that number 1 stall.
The leader is sitting now. Inside.
Now, you'd think that when you're sharing pit boxes, they would at least let the pole sitter not have to do it.
Stay high.
I was going to say, it's like a poor choice.
Again, up above the blend line before the cone. Hopefully he doesn't get docked.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
He gets away with that. That's 2 flags on him tonight. We're getting away with the...
Hey, talking about that line. I'm pixel perfect.
Bloodline now.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1.
And across the stripe in the 9th position. Still no black flag. 4 to 3. And there's contact with Quapple and Dustin Buck.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 8.1 seconds.
Pitting in, pitting in, pitting in.
I don't
91
know if
pitting
Buck
in.
just washed up the racetrack. Happy.
Rigging in turn 4.
That costs...
The leader is sitting
That costs
now.
Quapple. It's a lot of ground.
Through that exchange, I get the note from one of our track spotters here. I think Steven Steffen had a moment out on the racetrack as well. See if we can pull that up and get a look at it. Leaving pit lane.
Have a slow car on the bottom.
Just spun the tires.
Oh, that's such a tough feeling as a driver.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 3.5 seconds.
Evil King in the chat says, just gonna say this. I look forward to my Tuesdays after work to enjoy some midweek racing. Great broadcast each and every time. Thank you guys. Evil King, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you guys are here and chatting up here. That's a big part of why we do what we do. Not just exposure for the league, but obviously the sponsors that help put it on, and of course you guys, the fans that are having a good time watching it. It's not as fun for us when there's nobody in that chat.
Race my glass to you, Evil King. Appreciate you, buddy.
Gordon Spain from the lead will pull into pit lane. Vecchio will inherit the top spot. So Dave Warmuth in the chat says Carson got bucked.
Outside. All clear,
No
all
truer
clear.
words right
You're
there.
gaining on the current front. We got you 3.8 seconds.
That's a bumper sticker if I've ever seen one.
Yep. Or t-shirt. Don't have Junior here tonight, but those Dirty Mo guys like to make some fun t-shirts. That might be a good one.
Dustin, you better get on that before it gets trademarked.
Brian McCann running in the 4th position. His pit stop last at 120, now takes over the 3rd spot. The 2 drivers ahead still need to make theirs.
Back in 3rd.
74 pitting.
Carson Guapo was able to jump up to that 2nd spot by pitting 1 lap sooner. McCann maintains about a 1.5 2-second advantage over Guapo.
But Steve, they were side by side as Guapo got into that incident with Bud.
Got one outside.
And I don't know what's hotter right now, the steam coming out of Guapo's ears or his right front tire, because he is just sailing it off in there trying to get back to McCann.
McCann still faster though, 30.95 the last lap, about a 10th quicker than Guapo. And Vecchia now pulls it to pit lane. He'll give up the race lead to Mike Koch.
The leader is pitting now.
Not for long, Brian McCann will quickly overtake him on the low side of the track, and that is the difference in new versus old tires. McCann just puts 5-6 car lengths on the 00 in just 1 corner.
Yeah, see, we had seen that early on with Jason Nile, just the whole field flying past him. We thought he was under caution or trying to come into the pits every other lap.
So McCann stretches it out again, 2.4 seconds the lead over Carson Guapo.
I'm not so sure that Guapo doesn't have any damage from that, because he hit the wall still pretty hard.
There's the lap times, the last couple laps between the top 2 drivers. McCann was almost 3/10 quicker the last time, and now almost 3/10 quicker this time. So that very well could be the case, Cole. I'm going to wonder if the 5 took some damage on that impact with the wall with Dustin Buck. But I will say, though, the 077 of Keegan Seville, if you look closely, there was some damage that I noted on the right side of that race car as Adam Benefield is going to go around the outside. Tough to catch it at speed. Maybe a little bit of right rear. Other than that, though, it looks okay, but that's kind of the worst place to get it.
Yeah, hopefully that's just the wrap getting scraped off and not the composite body being bent in a little bit. Gavin Henson is going to shoot to the outside.
Henson pit the same lap as Brian McCann. Adam Benefield, though, waited the longest. He pit at lap 121. He's back 4.3 seconds. Lap times there.
Sevilla with a big block on Henson through the quad of that. It's not a place you want to do that, because it's so easy for that wall to jump up and got both of them.
Got a run on Adam Benefield down into turn number 3. Keegan seemingly on rails, but battling back up top, the 45.
.077 with a big dive into the corner, and Benefield just casually stepping on the gas like, no, that's still my position.
You call lap after lap, the deficit is growing larger between McCann and Guapo. It's 3.6, approaching 3.7. And these 2 behind the 5/1 are closing in a hurry while they battle for position.
Right now, Carson is just begging for Benefield to keep holding up the 077s. If they get strung out, he does get the wall.
He slid all the way out of turn number 4 and just taps the right rear of the fence. Keegan will take 3rd.
Step it if you want by, I can let you have it.
That is not what the 5/1 wanted to see. He's kind of able to hold his ground with them running side by side. Now they're strung out single file. He's going to be in trouble.
No work.
Battle for the 6th position, Mackey and Majors. Majors in the white and black number 6 on the top side of the racetrack. Jason Nilgis has returned to the speedway. Nilgis running 28th, multiple laps down.
Clearly fresher tires, but you see him, he had a big run on Mackey and into turn 1 and just kind of lipped it. Doesn't want to get involved in the battle with the leaders.
Getting ready to have a battle for the 2nd spot here with 15 laps to go. A little bit less, 14 to go as McCann crosses the stripe. Keegan scrapes the wall. I think Waffle might have got a piece of it too.
It's a pretty sizable hit there for Keegan. Kind of Benefield going to jump to the inside.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't get it done.
Everybody just fighting for a little bit of clean air on the nose, and Seville gets the wall again. Oh, and again on entry. He is hanging it out.
Benefield will get... Or will he? Slides it up. Keegan in the wall off turn number 2. Straightens it back out. Now hits into the outside. He'll bounce off the safer barrier. Bumper cars here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
They'll most definitely be repainting the wall tonight.
Oh, don't they every race? I remember hearing something years ago that for Darlington, they didn't repaint the wall until all the practice and qualifying was done and did it Saturday night. For 2 reasons. They'd be painting it every single day if they didn't. And also a little bit of the intimidation factor of the lady in black. You see all those Darlington stripes that people have laid on them.
Let me go to the line.
Like that. It's hot in South Carolina on Labor Day.
It's that overtime pay. Brian McCann will be coming to go when he crosses the line the next time by. He's got almost a 5-second margin back to this battle. Waffle still hanging on to that 2nd position, but these guys are still closing the gap. Benefield, Hinson, and Sabio continue to battle it out, and it's just close quarters battle here.
They better not wreck.
Benefield really just cannot get away from these guys.
Dang it.
DJ, I was there that time, brother.
Waffle looking out the mirrors thinking, I don't know what's going on. Quite frankly, I don't really care. Just keep it up. In that 2nd position.
I tried to jump on the brake and back out when I realized you were coming.
Just in a no-win situation here with these leaders. He's got
That would have been nice to just finish that one out.
got
5-second lead.
right behind him.
Majors getting back into the fight here as he runs in the 6th. Denied Mackey, but contact. Mackey gets into the wall, bounces off Majors, and now we got a wreck at the start-finish line. Caution should be coming out.
I was just out there cruising.
It is. Oh. Seville
Now I
almost
gotta
got
do a
drilled by, I believe. I didn't see the number. That was a pink car.
Whatever it is, shootout. Hope I
that
don't
was
get
Andrew
past the
Player.
pit road here.
Steve, they couldn't keep that up. They were all over each other.
Past the one, past the...
And it appeared it was almost 2 separate wrecks.
Pit road is now open.
So caution late here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I just got to wonder if the lateness of the caution coming out, and I'm not throwing Craig Bristol under the bus. He's got a lot going on and a lot to watch, but
It ain't ever easy,
Andrew
is it?
Player went coming through there almost wide open long after the crash had begun. It's another reason why there's a benefit to a live spotter as well. Drivers can say, hey, there's a wreck. No caution, but there's a wreck. Be careful through the dog leg.
Leaders stay out, or you guys take tires?
Second tire.
Yeah, see, that's a no-win situation as a driver, but I mean, got to pay attention to what's going on around you.
5, 3.
And they kind of
to me
came
like
together.
1.
Yeah, Mackey gets to the outside of TJ Majors. Majors kind of shuts the door on him. Yeah, that's 2 completely different wrecks that happened at the same time at the same place.
And I don't know if Mackey actually got
It took 2.
TJ.
That's it, go.
No, he just got a little arrow tight behind him.
Make them last the rest of the race. line up single
I'll just
file.
go through the
It's a
chicane.
45
Meanwhile, pit road open. The leaders are coming
They're gonna be a
down.
little
Set of
loose.
Tires.
Any claims on that caution?
Ken definitely
Any
has a
claims?
set lay-in, if not more.
Dang, Wally's right behind me.
See the first wreck hits it. Pancake, the front wreck, I should say.
I'm not gonna claim it.
Pancake the wall.
Live with the consequences
Came
afterwards.
down, got to the 077.
Ask for forgiveness later.
077 spun back down. Got TJ. Ryan McCann has got to be thinking, what do I have to do to win one of these things?
Not get a caution with 5 seconds in the lead.
Evan Vecchia stay out. Gamble for both of them. Combs came down at lap 122, took fuel and tires. Evan Vecchia the same, but at lap 128. We're at lap 143.
Oh, it's gonna get messy. Those old tires up front, 2 tires in front of me,
Of the night. We're going to step out again.
and everybody behind me wanting a checkered flag.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
Oh, someone stayed out.
Past the 15, past the...
We might want to think about this order. There's a bunch of us lap guys, a couple lap guys in front of this
Ford
pack.
PV Fluid, our latest innovation to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by Total Energies, 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
We are not going green. Past the 98, past
Hey, if I can get down, I'm gonna throw it down pit road if you guys can let me in.
Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway, a late caution here.
Yeah, just let me get to the bottom
Will
as
give us a
well.
restart with, I believe, about 5 laps to go. Bit of a shuffling of the deck here at Charlotte. Tristan Combs, Evan Vecchia, of course, staying out during this caution.
Not one to go yet.
And they're going to wave off the restart. We're going to go another lap. Now, Colt, you had some observations in pit lane on who took how many tires.
Andrew, can you back off a
what
little
the
bit?
end
I'm gonna try
result
to
could be.
get down to the bottom. Thank you.
Yeah, Steve, it appears that
Wally took 2.
Carson
Yeah, you're
Quaffle,
good.
Adam
You should be good.
Benefield, Chris Wally, and Tyler Green appears to have all taken 2 tires. Now, only Benefield and Quaffle have jumped McCann, but Chris Wally is going to be starting right there next to McCann. And then obviously we have the 2 leaders. We have Vecchia,
Thank you.
who's just
Thank you,
in
Jim.
that mess, as well as Tristan Combs, who we haven't talked about all
I'm probably
night.
gonna need that
I've seen him
luck right
around. But
I think Carson's got
looks
2
like a little bit of
tires,
damage on
Brian.
his car.
Yeah, Carson, Adam, Wally,
This is going to be a very interesting.
and the guy around you. I can't see his name. Green. Green's got 2 tires.
So pace car light's still on. We're going to go one more time around. I think they should get that one to go this time.
Sorry about that caution there. It could be my fault. Could not be my fault. Just got tied off the corner.
Oh, it's all good. I was 5 seconds in the lead, cruising.
So your front row will be Tristan Combs and Evan Vecchia. Combs
I have this big
in the 07 will be the
I didn't see
control
it.
car for the restart. Now, a later restart.
Oh, yeah, Zach.
77 was racing me pretty tight.
Seen a lot of wheel spin.
I mean,
on
as he
these
should.
restarts. Cold here at
Late in the
Charlotte Motor
race, but-
Speedway. Is that something these guys have in the back of their mind as they're
Now I just got to stay out of trouble
got
and
some damage on top of it
Benefield
all.
was holding
pass
up
4 cars.
everybody.
Absolutely, yeah. There's 100 million different thoughts going through their minds right now. Benefield's got to be thinking, how do I get
many
around
laps to go?
17? He's tore up.
Yeah,
17
it's going to be quite
He's
the show going through 1 and 2. It's going to be loose.
Combs has got to
The
be
guys in front of me
I went
is
from
gonna
how
24th
and
to
when
23rd
he's going
on
to
that caution.
fire.
probably struggle.
Obviously, these B cars running in a little bit higher
Ready.
RPM range. They
All
do
loose on 4
tend to
tires.
wheel spin, hot tires, hot old
Mental
tires
sacrifice.
at that.
Pace cars in. Green, green, green. The lead just did a 35.443. Inside.
Back in the front stretch.
Clear low, clear low. Outside. All clear, all clear. Next car is leader. Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high. You got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. Still there. You're clear high, clear high. Alright, you're back in Texas.
Thank you, Zach. You should have got white flag.
Good job, man. Now you're the leader.
Let's see that white flag, though, before we call it.
One more lap to win.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah.
First driver below the 30-second barrier, 29.96.
Too tired, didn't work.
2 laps to go. McCann out of turn 4, sees Barney with the white flag. It'll be final lap here from Charlotte Motor Speedway for Brian McCann. Meanwhile, Mackey's taking a move for second. Can't get it done. Bobble pushes him up the racetrack.
Get it, Brian.
One hangs on to
Oh,
his
yeah.
spot. Yuri, he's got 4 tires too. Can he get it done? Meanwhile, Brian McCann, no pressure out the back, 3/4 of a second.
I got screwed on that start. Freaking Wally and Becky.
Battle for second is still on Mackey. Can't get it done on entry. And here comes Andrew Payne. But it doesn't matter. Off turn 4, Brian McCann will come down to the line and finally get that win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Castrati Auto Sales with 25.
The race is over.
Brian McCann. Steve, you had a pick finally win a race.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe that's why. I would have picked him the last couple seasons, and he hasn't picked it up. Waffle hangs on to that second spot. Mackey takes third, and McCann trying to do his best Zach Millett impression, puts it in the fence. Led more than half the race here tonight.
Two, staying out, stuck to his guns.
You blew the engine.
Gonna go Legends Oval here.
It might be open, but I ain't got no motor. So they can't tech it.
That turf's expensive. Charlotte's gonna send him a bill.
Yep, so's the engine he just blew up. Brian McCann certainly happy with that, and it expires right in the center of the Coke 600 logo in the infield. What a win for Brian McCann. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with our top 3, hopefully our top 3 after this. Stay with us.
See y'all next week. Thank you.
Quartz EV
Thank
Fluid.
you.
Our
Oh man, what
latest innovation
happened?
to ensure optimal temperature for your battery. Quartz by Total Energies. 70 years of innovation in lubricants for all types of engines.
Thank you. That was a good race. Huge stack up. Yeah, there was 4 guys that took 2 tires, I think, and I took 4. It was definitely, yeah, a little chaotic. Adam, right before we even got to 1. I think the guy in front of him spun the tires and they hit.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management.
Yeah, look at that gap.
For all your shipping needs. 53-foot drive.
Where does it start at? Starts up front. Oh, TJ. Man, that was a big hit. He didn't see that coming. Let's go on board with TJ.
Deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series. Kyle Steffens, UMP Modified and Silver Crown driver, and Cordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late.
That was a big one.
Visit us at spartan-logistics.net. You'll find us.
Oh yeah, it was close.
And you almost got, oh, you were so close to getting killed in that.
I had my eyes on it watching it, and I was like, man, what's going to happen right there? And then I found out real quick. See, talking about the last restart there.
I'm shocked so many people took 2, but at least you won. You were the dominant guy tonight, so you deserve it.
I appreciate it. That's 17. Oh, wait. Next lap. 17 spun or just couldn't get going. Outside pole. I had a horrible restart. Good. Worked out. They got a big jump. Carson had a big gap. I'm just lucky Adam didn't pull right back up onto the track. Got to remember what button to push here. Carson, I think we had like 21 laps on those tires, and they took rights. You could tell that it was a little loose for him.
The long way could be 3 wide for the lead. That's the long cover line. Who's going to take it in the end?
Especially when I got on a spoiler.
I see your thing here, Brian. It says you're in TDR. Did you run anything in TDR? Like recently? Or?
Not recently. It's been probably 3 or 4 years since I've run one.
Really? Okay. No, I've been over there for a long time. I don't run full time. I just have some friends over there I keep in touch with.
Yeah, they had some fun. I did like trucks, cup, maybe Xfinity. I don't really remember. They had like a bunch of fun races, and I just did those.
I didn't know if you ever did Legends. That's what I always do, is Legends stuff. I did some of the other stuff.
I remember I did one, and there was a really fast guy, but I can't recall his name.
Probably Eric Steele.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was fun racing with him.
Ryan, it's Stephen Cole Ansley in the broadcast.
I do.
Second Charlotte Motor Speedway, race 2 in the books. Brian McCann picks up the
I'm
race
not
win,
sure, but I'll take it. It's been
fitting for it.
Been a while, but here we are, and it's good to be back. You got to be that right front tire whisperer. You got to be real easy and gentle with it, and you got to listen to what it's saying, and just race accordingly. So the draft was huge here. You had somebody's in front of you. You had to take that into account, and if you had clean air, you had a smile on your face. So overall, man, it was a good race tonight. Yeah, I'm lucky that I actually practiced that, and I practiced it on 15 lap left sides, and I think we were on 21 lap there. And at 15 lap, it was getting kind of iffy if it was going to be any faster. So when I saw 21 lap, I knew I wanted 4 tires, and it was just hard to get on the throttle out of the corner, and you could see Quapple there, especially when I got on a spoiler. So that just upset his car, and I was able to, you know, I'm planning on the ground, legging the throttle, I ain't lifting. So it was just the 4 tire advantage there. I'm not sure. You know, 40, I mean, I don't know how many cars we had out here, but a full field like that on a shorter track's gonna be interesting. So you're really gonna want to stay up front and not make any mistakes. Getting back in the back or in the middle is gonna be tough. Shout out to my family, everybody watching tonight. You guys for doing the broadcast. Wally for doing an amazing job of the league this season. And the drivers, great race. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, Dover.
Win. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Shout out to my family. Everybody. Who's up next?
Brian, thanks for talking to us. Good luck at Dover.
Thanks.
Brian McCann, your race winner here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Carson Quapple brought it home in the second spot tonight. Flying efforts out of Carson, P16, but we don't usually see him start towards the front, but he's always a contender at the end of these. Got tied up with Dustin.
I don't remember
Buck,
what else to look
after that
at.
final green flag pit stop. May have taken some right front damage for comment, but either way, a second place finish, a solid points night for Quapple as he rolls into Dover next week. Next, we've got Chris Mackey, our third place finisher. He started 7th.
Oh,
tonight.
let's look at
a top 5 contender.
what happened with
all
Gavin
night
on that
long.
caution.
Brings it home with P3 honors. Chris, it's Stephen Cole in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Chris, 2 weeks in a row talking to us after the race. That's a good thing, man. Walk us through your race here tonight. A lot of aggression out there, but for the most part, it seems like you got all 4 corners in the right spots on this car.
Yeah, super fun race, man. Kind of same goal as last week, just run another clean race, really not try to have my name too much in the mix, you know, still being a new guy and all. So it was fun to get out there and mix it up on a mile and a half, kind of ran around that top 5 all race long. And
wait, where's the wreck at?
I appreciate the hard race, man. It was hard racing all night, but it was really fun, clean, and really had to think about it like I do. I think I battled TJ Majors for 50 laps, different laps tonight, and just trying to find a way around him. He was.
Is that not where they ran?
Being really defensive in a good way, you know. So it was a super fun race. Glad to bring home another P3. I was telling all my teammates and stuff before the race. I honestly thought I was gonna finish last. I'm terrible at Charlotte, so any
Here it is.
good finish was gonna be a good night, let alone a P3. So I'll take it.
We were going to ask you about the rough racing, I guess you could call it. Hard racing, I think it's a better term, between you and TJ Majors. Wondering if there was any.
Oh, Gavin hit the wall and came down.
At least on your end, it seems like you're good with it.
But there was 2 different wrecks.
Good. He didn't do anything that I wouldn't do. I mean, you know, once the tires kind of wore out, the top lane was so dominant because, you know, you
One wreck,
get under someone, but you wouldn't have an
contact.
exit. So, you know, the top lane would just really be dominant. And, you know, like halfway through the race, I kind of got held up behind him, and he did really good of not letting me to the outside of him. And it's fun, man. It's good, and that's learning. You know, for me, you know, most of these guys in here, they've raced a lot longer than I have. I've only raced for like a year now on iRacing, so.
Yeah, Gavin might get a penalty.
You got to learn how to
claim
pass
that.
That's kind of, I see that as a challenge. You know, he's in the lane I need to be in, and I feel faster.
Well,
so how else can I get around him? I just got to find a way. And I know there at the end, with like 8 or 9 laps to go, I think I got into the wall when I finally was like getting to the outside of him. But it was a lot right in front of us. There's a lap car below us. Like, just a lot going on. I don't even think me and TJ actually touched. I backed out of it, but ended up getting in the wall myself by backing out. But no hard feelings, man. I appreciate the
Should just do that.
hard racing as long as it's clean, and it was all clean tonight. I mean, there was no stupid contact. There was no stupid dooring, slamming doors, purposely, things like that. It's just all air games, and that's all TJ was doing. So, fun racing, man. Really fun.
Next week, we roll into the Monster Mile, Dover, Delaware. That's going to be its own animal, as it always is. High banks, even narrower. Even the straightaways got high banks. How are you going to handle that next week? Is it all about track position and qualifying, kind of keep that race car towards the front of the field all night?
I think for like the 39 other cars, that's probably it. For me, man, I'm terrible at saving tires, and that's a place that will really eat away that right front. So that's kind of what I'll be. Obviously track position, all that's going to play a factor, but with this league, it looks like we're going to have a lot of green flag racing. Tire management's going to really be key, and that's kind of my weakest part. So I'll definitely be focusing on that more than anything else.
All right, Chris. Well, job well done here tonight. P3 finish at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Who do you want to shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Chris Wally and the guys putting the league on. All the drivers, really fun race tonight. Shout out to you guys for another awesome broadcast. And shout out to my Adrenaline Racing teammates that were in the Discord, kind of keep me motivated, cheer me on. Zach Lockett, Nathan Rosowski, Jeff Petty, John McNeil, Lane Phillips, the whole crew. So shout out to them, and then my wonderful fiance for letting me come race every night.
All right, Chris. Well, thanks for talking to us. Good luck at Dover.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Too. Chris Mackey, third place finisher here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That'll do it for the interview portion of tonight's broadcast. Let's take a look here at our race results. We talked to Brian McCann. We didn't get a chance to talk to Carson Quapple. Chris Mackey was P3. We just chatted with him. Andrew Payne comes home in the 4th position. 5th went to Gordon Spain. 6th place was Josh Mears. Andrew Player 7th. Sean Merriman finishes in the 8th spot. 9th went to Gavin Hinson. Tyler Green brings it home in a 10th place position. Tristan Combs was 11th. Matt Ebert finishes 12th. Steven Steffen 13th. Chris Wally with a top 15 and 14th. Keegan Savio finishes deep in the 15th spot. I say deep because he had
I'm out. See y'all
all night long.
next week.
A tough break late for the 077. TJ Majors, similar fate, finishes 16th.